My name is Timothy Chambers, and today I'm joined together here with my audience, consisting of my lovely wife Victoria, my dear friend Tasha, and my other friend Harry, who's on the camera today. In today's discussion and topic, I want to present to you a social problem, one that consists of ecology, the ecology of recycling, and how it affects humans and their environments. I do want to ask you all a question. And my question I want to ask today is, how often do we have the chance of seeing these bins, such as this one today that I brought with me today that says recycle only, but we find ourselves doing the exact opposite. In fact, we shoot the trash in the bin anyway. Well, I'm guilty of that. I do that quite often. Well, recycling is something that's a lot more than just collecting trash, as most people identify recycling as. Recycling is something that can also help to build each other and build communities. As a father, I've had the opportunity to work with my daughter as she's brought home some of her schoolwork on recycling. And our times together, we talked about the importance of recycling and how recycling helps to prevent and to decrease pollution as well as littering. These are just topics that her and I both discussed, and she's taken personally to our heart the value of recycling, and we often talk about it and practice it in our own home. Today I want to bring awareness to the ecology of recycling and how it has its effects on humans and their environments. But the most important part of it all is that we all have the ability and have the power to resolve this problem. And while we're resolving this problem, we'll also promote the values of God. During our time today, I will discuss the global issue of the ecology of recycling and its effects that it has on the humans and their environments. Which brings me to my first point. What is ecology and what is the ecology of recycling? As stated in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, as I quote, ecology is a science that deals with the relationships between groups and living organisms and their environments. And honestly, that can be translated as us, we being the living groups and living groups that we're able to say that, hey, we're a part of the living group, and then look at the things that are going on in our environment. According to the Litter of America, behavior is much more than just littering. Littering is something that we often look at as the act, but it's actually the behavior, whereas litter is what the items that we're littering. Also, according to the Litter of America, you'll be surprised that there was a study that was done that showed that 240 of the roadways were polluted with trash, and it just proves that oftentimes, instead of recycling, we put our trash in the roadway. And out of that trash that was on the roadway, 38% of that consisted of cigarette butts, while 22% of that consisted of paper, and 19% of that consisted of plastic. Which also brings me to my second point. Ecology of the recycling, the effects it has on humans and their environments. According to Nature, the United States contains 5% of the world's population, but contributes to 22% of the carbon problem and carbon emission problems that we're facing. Research also shows, according to the Blacksmith Institution, that 37% of our diseases that we carry and diseases that we're burdened with are caused by the lack of taking care of our environment. By allowing any and everything to be a part of our environment is contributing to each of us getting sick, as well as contributing to cancer. It is oftentimes that we find the ecology of recycling becoming an issue in low poverty areas with low income. Those areas are more subject to having trash on the streets and having items that should probably be recycled, like car parts and batteries and computers and things like that, that aren't actually properly recycled. They're actually in the streets and many people are living with them. I do want to point the fact that we all have the power to resolve this issue. We have the power to resolve it and promote what God loves. In the book of Genesis, the first chapter, verse number 26, God tells us that we have power and dominion over the earth. And because of this power and dominion over the earth, we have the power to make a change. He also tells in the book of James that faith without works is dead. So on today, I have faith that we together can work together to make a better environment for us all and for generations to come. In sum, I do encourage you and I ask you to look at the ecology of recycling and to start to properly recycle to make our world a better place, a safer place, a healthier place, so that our children can grow and be healthy. Thank you.